Hello, my name is Robert with Web Developer Ninja, and today I'm going to talk with you about SSL. SSL stands for Secure Sockets Layer, and it is really important for web design, e-commerce, anything on the web because it provides security and confidence to your user when they're on your website. So SSL is going to protect you in three main areas. The first area it's going to help you with is encryption. So encryption means that, say we're talking right now, encryption is going to jumble up the message, and only the person that I'm talking to is going to be able to decipher that message because we're going to have a shared key. So it gets a little bit complicated, but all you have to really know about encryption is it's going to jumble up your message. You're going to send your jumbled up message, and then on the other end, the person you're talking to is going to have a key to decipher that jumbled up message. The next thing that SSL is going to give you is authentication on who you are talking to and sending information to. So an example of this would be, say you're set up and you're about to send a payment through Amazon's payment gateway. It's going to make sure that when you're sending that payment, it's actually sending to Amazon Payment Gateway and not Mr. Hacker over there in Russia or India. So it's going to make sure that you know where your information is going, and it's not getting routed off to some hacker or something to steal your information. So the next thing that you're going to get with this is data integrity checking. So SSL, there's going to be things like checksum to make sure that maybe data wasn't injected into your communication string to, like, say, to put bad things, malicious things on your server, or it's going to make sure that everything that you transmitted and sent to the server is going to be what you sent it. Nothing else is going to get in there that is going to cause problems. So now the next thing we're going to talk about is why SSL for something like WooCommerce or e-commerce, but especially WooCommerce. So SSL is going to give you the ability to take payments on your website. And these payments can be taken through various payment gateways like Stripe. We really prefer Stripe, or WooCommerce. Or not WooCommerce, PayPal Pro, actually. PayPal will take you off to PayPal site, but PayPal Pro, you can actually take payments on your site if you have SSL on there. And SSL also gives users a warm, fuzzy, secure feeling because they're going to know that their communication, it's not being monitored. And even if it's just like a blog website or something that doesn't necessarily take payments over the internet, having that SSL is going to give your users the feeling that there's anonymity and their privacy is being protected. The next thing that it's going to do, SSL, is it does give, Google has said that SSL is going to give your website a slight boost in page rank, and it's going to help your SEO. So it's really got a lot of great things. You got to make sure that when you implement SSL, the SSL certificate, that you implement it correctly. But it definitely there's a lot of benefits for you. Now we're going to talk about why it's important to take payments directly on your website. And you may be thinking, well, SSL seems like a lot of work. It seems complicated. Why not just sign up for a PayPal service and instead of taking payments on your website, have it go off to PayPal's website? I know it's secure. Why not just do that? Well, the reason we want to avoid that is because of abandoned carts. So abandoned carts is when you have a user that goes to the cart and you're ready to check out and you're ready to start open up your wallet and pay the money, is when they hit the back button. There's some sort of hesitation. The user just doesn't, they hit back. And this happens surprisingly quite a bit. And different statistics say different things, but it could be between 60 to 80% of people that get to the cart are going to abandon their cart. And one of the things that really statistically is shown to be a cause of abandoned carts is having your user be taken from your site to a site like PayPal, where they don't have an account, or they don't feel comfortable with PayPal. Whereas if you just had them on your site, you enter in your credit card number and all that stuff, and you're ready to go. So being able to take payments on your website because of SSL is going to, especially with e-commerce, result in dollars immediately. So it's definitely really important for WooCommerce and setting up your online store. Now we want to talk about some considerations when choosing an SSL. So not all SSL certificates are created equally. There are SSL certificates that are maybe shared. You have one SSL certificate and it's shared between multiple users, multiple sites, and those are going to be better for blogs and content websites and not so much for e-commerce websites. And then depending on your use cases, you've got things like wildcard domain SSL certificates and domain-specific SSL certificates. So really, we want to look at what content you're going to be giving to your users and if it's sensitive content. Another thing to look at is also with these SSL certificates, a lot of times these companies that issue SSL certificates are going to be able to offer you some sort of insurance with your SSL in case you say get hacked. So depending on the SSL, if you had maybe a shared SSL certificate, your insurance may be $20,000 or $50,000. Whereas if you had an expensive wildcard SSL certificate, you may have insurance for $1 million. So really take a look at when you know you want to maybe take payments online, or even if you have a website that doesn't take payments, you want to have that security of the SSL. Take a look at, be really careful, take a look at the insurance options, take a look at the different types of SSL, and really make sure you get one that's going to fit what you need. So that's about it, talking about SSL and why it's important for e-commerce and WooCommerce. If you have any more questions about SSL certificates, visit our website, webdeveloperninja.com, and hit the subscribe button because we're going to keep pumping out great videos on e-commerce and web design and WordPress topics. Thank you.